Morning and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be making some tags today, sort of tags, tea bag tags, and some journal cards for the cat journal, but I'm also going to make myself some spares so that I've got some for other journals. And for the spares I'm going to be using this. It's French handwriting paper, and I think I got it from Vintage and History. I've had it years, and I'm on a mission, as you know, this year to use things up, or I have used these in journals before, but I'm going to really sort all these digitals out this year. So you can make, I think what I will do is do literally 2 out of this. And you fold down so you've got a lip at the top and fold up. Now, I actually don't want it that big. Think about there. I take that off. As I said, this is always handy for other things. Just trim up the side there. And that is that actually a bit too much underneath? It might be. We'll see how it goes. I can always take a piece off, and I'll do the same with this side. So we have 2 like that. And then for the cat journal, what I've done again, like I did for the belly band, I've chosen a piece from the kit, and I think I'm going to go with this one. Or maybe not actually, because I think I'm going with this one, because that's a repeating pattern. That's quite a nice pattern for a tag actually there. So I'll just tear this down, but I'm going to leave a small border, I think, around it. Well, on the sides. Make it slightly wider. And I think I'm going to go with this brown one as well. Okay, that's all 4 of them. You see, these are quite large ones. These are the smaller, because the journal is a bit on the smaller side. Now, I'm going to ink in Vintage Photo. Around these. Okay, that's all of them inked, and I have done inside down here. I'm leaving it white anyway on both of them. And now what I want to do is use some scrap papers. So for instance, that's ideal. What I'll do is fold them down, and I'll go along and put some scrap papers in each of them. Okay, there we go. So again, you can use up quite a few scraps. Now, I want to put some tags on like you get in tea bags. And one of them, I've got this thread, and I'm going to pass it through. I've got a gem here, sort of a dangle thing. Pass it through there and tie it off on the end. Okay, so I've tied it off on the end there, and I've also put a knot here at the end so that I can put this onto here and staple it, and the knot stops it coming down. Like that, and then I've also managed to get the papers in as well. And then what I'm doing is taking my corner cutter and just trimming off the corners either side, so that it looks like a tea bag. And just ink that up there. And then for this one, I'm going to use some of this butcher's twine. Tie myself a knot. Oops. Actually, it doesn't matter how long it is because I can trim it. Make sure all my papers are in place where I want them. Top there. And then staple this on. Like that. And then I want to, I've got these, the ends of a piece of fabric. Sorry, I couldn't think of what you call this. So I thought I would cut that off there and there. And put this onto the end here. So this is like the end of a tea bag. I think I'll put it about there. Now I'm going to glue this down. And glue this inside. Okay, I'm going to let that dry while I put the other two together. And I'm going to be using butcher's twine for that as well. And for these two, I've got a piece here of Broderie Anglaise scrap again. So I think I put a little bit too much glue on that other one, and it's I've had to put a clip on it. I'll put a clip on this one as well, I think, out there. Just to make sure that it grips there. And probably need another clip for this one. And what I've got is a small piece of sari silk. that I'm just going to fold in half like that and put round. Okay, so these are all done. I'm not going to decorate these because I don't know what I'm going to be putting them in, but this is sort of like the tea bag string. These are very large ones. So I want to trim off, or do I trim off a bigger piece? Yeah. I'm going to trim each of these off. There we go. As I say, I think I'll leave these. I'll just give it a quick ink. I've got plenty of other journals on the go. Well, not on the go, but I'm thinking of using. I could use them in. And these, that one I've done. This one. Now I just want to decorate these two, as these are going in the cat journal. And for that, I've got two images from Mrs. Cogg's Crafts. No, I think that one will be better in there, because I can have the little cat peeking out over the top, under the top. And then this one, do you know, I think I might take that down a bit. Here. So I've got her head showing. Yeah, much prefer that. Give that a quick ink. There. Yeah, that's a lot better, easier. At least I've got a head showing now. And I'll just ink around these and stick these on. Okay, I've put them on, and I now want to decorate. I've got some vintage lace here, a piece left. I thought I could put on the bottom here. It leaves me a little bit there. I'm sure I'll find a place for that. And then what I've also got is I did some stamping a while ago, and I haven't used them up onto fabric, onto tea dyed fabric. So I'm also thinking I could put this across here. But I do want to pull the threads out of the edge, so I'll use my groovy tool again. That's really effective, that groovy tool. And then I'm just going to stick this onto here. There, and then on here, a line of glue there to hold this down. I said I'm not very good with this lace when it comes to the art glitter glue. Yeah, a little bit on there. I just find it doesn't stick it very well. I'm much better with the block or the Fabri-Tac. There. There it is. I thought I'd lost the top for a minute there. Okay, that's those two done, and I'm now going to go on to a little foldy thing that I did in the prayer journal. Okay, the next one we're going to make is one of these, and I've got an envelope front of it, a base, so I'm going to decorate on this side, and for that I'm going to stick this onto here. I think stick that on there, the other way up. So what I think I'll do is tear it down here first, so that I know. Oh dear, I didn't do very straight there, did I? There we go. And I will stick this onto here, on there to start off with. Okay, so I've done that. Now what I want to do is put some, I've also inked around it, is put some of this on here. I think I'm going to tear it down. Something like that on the top. Put them aside, but I'm also going to put on, if I can find it. That's not it, that's my metallic wax. Oh, yep, this is it, the gold finger. And just need my small brush for this. You don't need very much of it. Just going over that rose like that. And the same here with this one. So I want to glue this onto here, straight onto there, and then we come to this bit, the wraparound bit here. I've got this brown here I thought would be quite nice. I'm going to take it here, and how wide, because one of the other things I'm going to do, I've got a piece of this kind of brown, well actually over here it's not brown deli paper, it's this paper that you put around skirting boards when you're painting, and I do want to tear this down. It's lovely crinkly paper. It's quite difficult to glue on. So what I want is a piece down there. It's a piece that's going to go, I'm going to take this off, or shall I? Put it up that way so I can actually, even though it's going to be the bottom probably, I need to see roughly where it's going to go. Just take that off there. And along there. I think I'm going with that. So, okay, I've just realised I don't need this side, because I'm going to be putting a piece of this, no, this side I don't need. I'm going to be putting a piece of this on here as well. There. And for this is just a scrap of tea dye paper that I've punched holes in, and then I just tear them down, pull pieces off, scrunch them up and ink around them. Like this. There. And then I'm just going to put that, glue that onto there first of all. Now I'm going to make an edging out of this because I don't want it completely covering that way. So I kind of want it starting at the edge there. So what I will do is get my scissors and just cut inside here. So that I have an edging. To go round it. I'm going to put some glue around the edges here. And I'm going to use my block of Fabri-Tac. There we go. And then I now need a piece of paper. I'm going to use the same for the back here. Okay, there we are. So this is now going to go around here. But first, before I fold it all, I want an image from the cat, because it's for the cat journal. This is a little bit white, so I did ink round, but I think I'm going to go a bit more with it. Like that. Put that there. And then this will go on here, and I will fold it about there to wrap around. There we go. And then we just need to punch a hole. About there. And I'm going to use some of these just to go around the top. Whoops. Just ink these up with Vintage Photo. So they're like that. Do you know what I could have done? I could have put some photo corners on there. I think that would have looked quite nice. And then it's just getting some butcher's twine and wrapping it around a few times. Like this. And tying it off. So there. So these are the 3 tags I've made for the cat journal. Not sure where they'll go. You'll see that when it comes to the flip through and the what I'm doing next. I'm not sure. I hope you've enjoyed that. This is the back side of it. There is room to journal here, and obviously you could, with a black pen, journal inside on this as the hidden spot. And then I have the 3 tea bag notebooks that go like that. Well, scrap pads. I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please don't forget to hit the like button, notification bell, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.